I had them specially ordered. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, mine's got a terrier. I see that.
Well, don't worry. They're the exact same chairs. It's just behind the other one. So Sen's also got a tear. You guys are equal in your tears.
I might
But
fuck mine.
we had to go pick some up from just like a used store, right? It's a low quality, low effort show with a low amount of money. The more money we get, the higher it gets. But that's dependent on me. So we'll get there. I'll get us some pretty chairs.
I mean, aside from the weird stain that smells like blood, I think it's all right.
It's fine. Don't ask. It's fine. It's fine. There's a lot of those all over the place. I have not been able to get them out. I've tried. So we've got some albums. We've got some interesting stuff. So I think I missed putting in my album for last week.
Did you?
I think so.
Did he?
I think so, because I only saw an album posted by me and for the video games, and then the other album that I put. Wait, did I put it in, or did it? It never linked. It's fine. I've listened to the album a million times, so I don't need to hear it again. So Discord's weird in that, like, if you post a Spotify link, depending on the type of Spotify link you post, it'll give the player in the Discord viewer, or it won't. And so when I was looking at this, to me it looked like above the Hyperlight Drifter album, it looked like one link in my brain, but it is two links. It's just that only two of the players posted, not all three of them. Don't really know.
Yeah.
Must be an odd
Yeah,
issue.
you thought you could sneak that past me. You
Oh,
thought
no,
you could be
I don't want to. I
dang,
like
you didn't
these
listen to
guys.
every album again.
I'd hope you listen to them all, because I quite like what I sent.
I listened to all three.
So I guess we're gonna hold the video game stuff off until the end. We're gonna start with the normal albums, because there's an album in here of the video game albums. I feel like it's gonna take a bit longer, presumably. So, Dom, let's start with you.
Yes, sir. Mine was the Fame on Fire one, yeah?
Correct.
Alright. So I first found this band when I went to a festival a couple of years ago.
Okay.
They have pop metal covers, or metal covers of pop songs, right? Fucking amazing. I genuinely just love the energy they give constantly. It's very alt metal, and I love it. This album, I just liked it, honestly. It was good. It's their usual stuff. It's good. Nothing really more noteworthy, however, sadly. It's just, I like it.
Done.
Every single song this felt like it belonged on an anime AMV. Remember those? Remember when people made those?
Oh my
A little
god.
bit. I didn't watch too many of those.
I'd watched quite a bit of those.
They have like the perfect sound for like that like era of stuff, you know?
I feel
I
that.
kind of get what you mean.
It's like that early 2000 like post metal like style. I think it was all right. I really liked the first, just the intro. I really liked that. It was neat sounding, cool little instrument stuff going on there. I really liked Now and Forever, actually. Now and Forever was like, so I'd listened to it and it was like, okay, this is like fine stuff. It's all right. But I'd say Now and Forever was kind of noteworthy, probably because of the singer, this Trent Wentworth, or maybe it was this Trevor Wentworth. Yeah, I can't read anything. Good stuff. I like that song. I liked his singing. I felt like it picked up a bit more when he was on, and like the song itself felt like it picked up a bit more too, like the instruments and stuff. And I don't know if that was because of the song they were making, or I was like placeboing myself because I was like, oh yeah, I like the singer. Not that I didn't like the normal singer for this band, but it was just fine. It was all right. It's what did that come out? 5 years ago now. It sounds like it could have come out a number of years before that, or recently. You know what I mean? Like it's the. I'm kind of disappointed by the album cover. I'll say.
The album cover art isn't the greatest. I will agree with you. It could have been a lot better.
It's well, like it looks good. You know what I mean? I like the old TV. I don't like that they chose that Mario Donkey Kong game though. Like
for levels,
yeah. I in this day and age, we play video games. This is 2020. You don't have to put on one of the first video games ever. You know what I mean? You could put on a game that you like.
To be fair, it is iconic. Everyone knows it.
I guess for me, it's just like, they chose that thing again. Because I see it everywhere. I see it on like every Walmart and Target fucking video game T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like it's, I see it on like generic like.
That's like, why it's so iconic. You see it everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel like it's gotten to the point where it feels generic to me personally. You know what I mean? Because it's just always picked as the thing.
See that? Yeah.
Not special anymore, is what you're saying.
Yeah. See, the problem is that I'm unintentionally a fucking turbo hipster.
Bastard.
And that's that. It just, I'm just like, I see it everywhere. I need something a little fresh, a little different. Like, again, it would have been interesting for them if they could have gotten permission. Of course, this is the other thing: is that you can't just pick a video game that you love and slap it on your fucking album. But it would be it would have been cool to see something like that. But that's just like my own thing about the album cover. It doesn't really matter. Other people like it. That's all that matters. The people that like it. I don't really care about it and don't like it. So it's not like I feel like I don't. My opinion doesn't necessarily affect it that much. You know what I mean? It's just part of my review.
And to be fair, what matters really is the contents of the album.
Yeah. I do care a lot about album art, though. I do personally. I'm a Spurg, though. Can't be helped. So I guess we can move on to the next album. We've got. Let's do yours, son.
Let's do mine.
Yeah.
You mean Queen of the Night?
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting story about this. This was made for a movie the band did.
I noticed.
Whoa.
Like error dialogue, generic header. Thank you, Spotify. Thank you. This is made for and it was done the style of like old black and white movies. And it's just so there's no dialogue throughout the entire movie except for one scene. It's all someone says something and then card that shows what they said. It's a very weird fucking movie. It's absolutely amazing. And this is the soundtrack the band made for it.
And it's on YouTube.
So everything is,
I believe, as it said.
Yeah.
Because if I click on any of the songs, it shows up the little video thing that they do there, and it just says from our film Queen of the Night on our YouTube channel. So I had a very tiny amount of well poisoning right as the song started.
Oh no!
Because I kind of don't really like vaudeville stuff, almost at all. And a little now, unfortunately, it's the association thing, and of course, try to remove that, which I did, of course, pretty quickly because a lot of the other songs are very different from the first song. But I immediately thought of the awful, what is that show? Has Been Hotel? Dude,
yeah.
So there's a guy that I'm friends
that's
with.
Fair.
That really likes it.
No, that's fair.
And he listens to a song by that guy that's got the talk show thing going on, the old filtered microphone and everything. And my brain just floated back to that, and I went,
oh no!
And then the rest of the album got in, and I was like, okay, this is a little bit better. Penelope Graves, I did not care for. I thought it was a little okay, she died falling into the ocean off of a cliff. I get it. I don't know. It just it felt like it was really pushing the thing they were singing about. What is it that Peter says? I know this is like the worst thing, but it insists upon itself. Like it's like a really fucking. It's such an awful quote, but it kind of works. And what Peter meant it by is that it's sort of like.
Honestly, I've been like that. Like, no, there have been many times where I'm Peter in that situation where it's just like, yeah, this is a bit up its own ass.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like really popular things that are like, you have to like this. It's the best thing ever.
Yeah, and so I didn't feel in that way. It's just that they were really like, oh, she died. Oh, she fell off the cliff. They came up with like 20 analogies to say like the same thing, and I was like, all right. She sings nice though, very pretty voice. I liked Carousel. It was just very peaceful. Carousel was very peaceful, very nice. Falling Upwards into Love, pretty gas. I liked that. I also feel
like that one a lot too.
Part of this is that there's probably a lot of context missing, of course, because it's attached to a movie. You know what I mean? And so I'm listening to that without any of the context of whatever's going on. And so a lot of it I didn't like, but maybe I might like if I knew the reasoning or the story behind the songs. And also Come Jesu, which just sounded pretty different as well. But there was a lot going in that I liked a lot. Yeah, it's like this pretty like sort of slow and ominous thing going on with it. So like overall, it's a pretty interesting album, I'd say.
I thought it was a really good album at that. It was kind of classical, but not exactly classical, and jazzy, but not too jazzy for me.
2022,
I just enjoyed it. Wow, 2022, that's crazy.
Now, the one thing I do say I like about Vaudeville, and you can see it right here on their album thing, is that I am a big fucking sucker for Art Deco. And Art Deco text, which they have here on their Dirt Poor Robins and then their Queen of the Night title. I just love, I miss Art Deco a whole lot. It was a beautiful design that we had for a very short amount of time. Basically just enough time to build the Empire State Building, and then we dropped it. But it was
we didn't appreciate what we had.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine the other night about this, especially where I live, because I live in a very old town, so there's a lot of like colonial buildings. And then you like go to the city and you see like the boxed up apartment buildings, and I just miss good architecture, like a whole lot. I always hate seeing like, of course, like, you know, you see like an old McDonald's and then like a new McDonald's, where they used to be like crazy, wacky, and cool. Like I went to a McDonald's before that had GameCubes in it and like a big giant plastic tree in the middle, and it was super cool. And now it's literally just a gray box.
McDonald's has fallen.
Yep, Taco Bell.
Must die.
All the Taco Bells are getting turned now into these like purple gray, like just things. Pizza Hut.
Wow, they managed to make Taco Bell worse. How'd you do that?
I know, right? Yeah. Pizza Hut also, of course, doesn't have the roof anymore. And it's just like a shame to see that we're losing like the sort of creativity and I think like gusto that we had to making like culturally like interesting things, I guess. I'm not smart enough to have the word to describe what I miss, but I know I miss it. You know what I mean? Like, there was a very specific time we had where there was like, it was the time where we had like Shrek butter, you know what I mean? And like Nickelodeon slime was like cool. It was like that peak time of like 90s to very early 2000s where we were killing it, dude. We were killing it on all kinds of areas in ways of like designing things and having cool stuff, you know. And then like we just lost it really rapidly, and everything's turning into boxes now, and it's all like homogenized.
Everything's just like gray boxes.
Yeah, man, I don't want to be.
The fucking Trekkies wanted, and I hate it.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in being a Vogon from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Please, like I don't need paperwork and gray boxes everywhere. That sounds awful.
It was meant to be parody, not a fucking blueprint.
Yeah, a lot of that too comes from like architecture, design, And a lot of it, unfortunately, also is very similar. Now I'm not saying like, maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. I don't know if the commies are coming for everything, but a lot of that design was featured in like Soviet times and like countries that were under the Iron Curtain. There's a guy I like to watch on YouTube called V, pretty funny guy. He's actually the one that got me into VTubing. So props to him.
I fucking hate the sound of his voice.
Oh my god, he's literally Doofenshmirtz, bro. It's fine. It's hilarious.
Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
I have a fucking clip of me saying that he sounded like Doofenshmirtz on a stream one time, and he went, "And what do you sound like, casual goats?" I was losing it. That was so funny. But if he's taken videos of like walking around his area, like during COVID and stuff, and you can see all the buildings are like that, just big fucking ugly gray buildings everywhere, dude. Unless you go out to like the villages and stuff where it's nice in like Romania. But yeah, it's very similar, you know what I mean? And I don't like it. And I think it's just the efficiency mind. You know what I mean? And I get that you want to be efficient. I love being efficient in Minecraft. I will build boxes in Minecraft all day. But in my real living life, I prefer like ornate fucking wood and stuff like that. I prefer pillars on my buildings and shit. Like I don't want just fucking Monopoly boxes everywhere. It's just a big shame. Anyways, thank you, Queen of the Night, for letting me spurg about how I miss good architecture.
Crazy.
We can do my album, which I almost forgot about, which is Moonhooch. So these guys are odd, as usual for me. I found them because like a while ago, this dude came over to an apartment I was at. He was a friend of mine, and a friend of my friend, and he was like, "You guys, I gotta show you this video I found. There's a drummer who just looks like he's super coked up, and it's really funny." And so he played. It was an NPR Tiny Desk concert. They do pretty cool stuff. I like Tiny Desk concerts a lot. And there he was in the back, dude. And really, I was more distracted though by the front, where it was this guy with a saxophone, and strapped to the front of the saxophone, coming out of the front of it, was a traffic cone. Like, okay, sure, whatever. What the fuck is going on with that? And then they started playing some of the most gas shit I'd ever come out of a saxophone. Up until that point, I actually didn't really like the saxophone very much, because I didn't really like jazz at that point. This was back in 2014, somewhere around there, 2014, 2015, that I found these guys. And I was really impressed. And the drummer in the back, he's like, his eyes are like bugged out, and he's like smiling really crazy, and he's just drumming the fuck away on everything. I'm like, yeah, he does look pretty fucking coked out, but I definitely got hooked to the music pretty quickly, and started listening to more of it. And it's like, I jokingly call it like sax step, because I really am unsure what I would like define Moonhooch as, except dudes that just jam the fuck out on saxophones. And that's about it. They're just pretty fun. They dropped a lot of albums too. I went and listened to their most recent one. Totally different. It sounds like a fucking spacescape journey of some sort. I don't know. It was whack. I did not expect that. They've done a lot of different stuff. A lot of funny music videos too. They also really hate Monsanto. And have done like some Monsanto like rap sax videos, which is crazy. They're interesting guys. They also play a lot in like subways and shit. That's kind of their jam. They're like a subway band. But I like them. They're fun. I think they have a lot of fun with their music.
Yeah. I noticed some of the songs almost had a sort of like techno sound. I don't know if that was still saxophones and my ears just don't work right, or if that was like...
It's literally just 2 saxophones and a set of drums, bro. They do some impressive sounds. I've heard some
they
sounds
are very
come out of this
impressive.
shit. Yeah, they like basically make dubstep with their stuff sometimes, because they make it like this noise, and like they do crazy shit, bro. I've heard him on other songs make that thing scream. Like it just screams. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but he does some crazy stuff with that saxophone.
He pulls out a saxophone shaped like an Aztec death whistle.
Kind of, yeah. They really do stuff like that it just sounds like horrifying sometimes. But that's like when they're just fucking around. But the traffic cone, it's like turning it into a tuba basically. Like it just extends the sound out of the tube more. And I assume because it's rubber, it of course changes coming out of the brass, which is really interesting. They have a really great video where they went and found this thing called the tubax, which is literally a tuba saxophone, and it's so big when they put it on, they had to like strap it to themselves and hold on to it because it was super heavy. Bro was like half crouching as he was holding it, but man, the sound that comes out of that thing is like the dirtiest, filthiest fucking bass I've ever experienced. Like, I need to find some really, really big speakers and then play the tubax video, because the sound of it just like, I've played it in my car and it vibrates my speakers. Like, my car speakers can't handle it. It's beautiful. I'd love to hear that thing like in front of my face, because it'd just be crazy sounding. And that's what I like. I like crazy sounds. So they do a lot of that. Dom?
I mean, okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Not
there
my
we
fa-
go. Woo, baby.
Not my favorite.
Finally,
It's
did it.
tolerable. However, per usual, it suffers from the fact no lyrics.
Yeah. No, hang on. Nope. You're a liar. You didn't listen to the whole album, did you? Sunken Ship has lyrics.
I thought I did.
You son of a bitch. I'm like, hang on. There's one song.
I was
in here.
playing games while doing this, so I'm like, oh, you know, it's all kind of melted together.
He's singing about feeling like a sunken ship. It's actually kind of sad.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
there's-
one song out of 13.
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's still failing.
Yeah, the only one. But yeah, it is definitely more like just kind of jammy stuff. This stuff kicks ass at work. Let me tell you, bro. I put on a Moon Hooch album when I'm working, and I'm just like dancing away, grinding or welding, doing whatever I'm doing. Like, it's a great time. I love it. Well, we can go into the last normal album. I was personally fucking shook listening to this. I actually sat down and listened to it this morning when I drove my fiance to work, and then when I came back, I continued listening to it. This is
Okay.
The artist is Jiraiya. The album is Trust Ceremony. I don't know. I of course didn't know what to expect, as I do with most of these things that we put in. I still didn't expect, like, I don't know, man. Every song up until maybe Later Dance, I feel like, okay, so I feel like the first half of the album is pretty fucking gas, and the second half of the album kind of droned into my head and sort of like stopped being as crazy. But these first 6 songs, pardon me again, on this album were really just like crazy. They're just crazy. Like, I just kept not knowing what to expect, and he's like putting in these interesting sounds and instruments, like really experimental. There's a point where he just straight up screams. He's like, ah! And it's not even like a skilled music scream. He just fucking pitches it out there, and I'm like, whoa, dog! Like, it was crazy. Like, whatever the hell this album was really interesting. I was very, very, like, very surprised by it. Also very surprised to see the guy who made the music. But that's its own thing. But he apparently, I went and looked it up. I guess he is making like a universe in his albums. Be that whatever it may be. Like, he is essentially, I think, creating like a cohesive story and universe between his albums that he's doing, which I think is just really fucking cool. Because he's not taking like somebody else's thing, but he's like building upon it, and I presume like adding lore and different things about it. It's just that's very cool to me. So I'm interested in checking out everything. I'm fully ready to like dive into this and check it all out. Because again, just very surprising, very cool. Who suggested that? Let me go find out. Somebody else want to take it from me here? Anyone?
Not too, honestly. It was probably my second favorite album.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say it's probably my favorite of this week of these albums. Let me be clear.
I like how there's a song just called Sasuke. Fucking weeb!
Hell yeah.
Second, I'll agree with you, Goats. Honestly, second of this week.
Let's see who.
This one was fun.
Who handed this one to me?
We're listening to it right now. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It was just good. I liked
American
it so
Kai.
much.
Thank you, American Kai, for suggesting it.
Such a banger.
Extremely based individual because he has fucking Billy from Zenless Zone Zero as his profile picture. Billy is a fucking Giga Chad. So great album
Yeah,
by this guy.
absolute legend himself.
Yeah, it was just really interesting and surprising. Like I like it a lot. And I like experimental things, and you can really feel like he was just doing a lot with this. Like there was just all over the place of different things he was like trying out and working with. It's very cool album. So now we can get into the theme week for now. I'd like to keep doing that, I think, of video game albums.
Video game albums.
We're gonna
And also one
save
YouTube
Sen.
video.
We're saving yours for last.
All right.
We can start. We'll start with mine, I think, because mine's the least familiar for either of you. This is a game that I'm literally gonna shill for the rest of my life. There's no question about it. This will always remain my favorite game ever. Please go play Hyper Light Drifter. Please, for the love of God, it's so fucking good. It's such a good game. I've beaten it so many times, and I keep just playing it. I have it on the Switch. I have it on PlayStation. I have it on my computer. I've got it everywhere. I love this game. And like the music. Okay, so the musician's Disaster Piece. He was doing music that I had found previously, actually. And to sort of tie this back into a previous episode. Danimal Cannon knows him. Danimal Cannon's another chiptune artist. So that's what Disaster Piece is everything he does is done in this style of like older video games. Not necessarily on the Hyper Light Drifter album, but on Interstellar Obsidian. Incredible album. Good lord. Jamage the Jam Mage. Incredible album. It's so much fun stuff. I really, really like Disaster Piece. And so when I found Hyper Light Drifter and started playing it, and I realized it was Disaster Piece that did the album, I was like, holy crap, this just like this guy could probably make music for Minecraft. He did the soundtrack for Fez. I don't know if anyone's played that. I watched Tenma.
I have not played that.
Shout out to Tenma Miami, favorite grandma. She played through Fez. It was really fun to watch.
Really fox woman.
And yeah, he also did the music for that. Really incredible stuff. This is probably like the most depressing video game album out there.
This made me sad, man.
It
was really sad.
It's very somber. It's very calm. It's very tense at times, especially if you know some of the songs. One of the songs is literally like the greatest, but it hurts me deep inside because it's for the hardest boss in the game. The song is so good, but God, that boss! I have a video I was just showing to my buddy the other day. I have it on my channel where I just recorded me fighting him. And I did this neat editing where I just clipped myself dying over and over until I finally beat him the last time. But the music with it, like, really makes you feel like the despair of like you're fighting a bad motherfucker. And like the bosses have their own songs, which is really cool too. So each one feels different. And man, fighting that Western boss is something else. It really is crazy. There's a lot of really, really good sounds going on in here too. I like how some of the songs you can hear him hit the whammy bar on his keyboard, so like he'll hit a note and it sort of goes out of key for a second and then back into key again. And I think he plays with that really well in a number of these songs. Like I could go on and on about this album because I literally have it drilled into my brain because I've beaten the game like 8 times. I got to the point where I was trying to like quote unquote speedrun it, but I beat it in like 2.5 hours. I just love this game. It's favorite game. Not my favorite soundtrack, but again, it's tied in with the game itself to really like feel what this game is like and with the music of the game, because like there are parts of this game where it's just like dead quiet. And there's just no music at all. You know what I mean? Which also kind of ties into why I feel like he could do really good music for Minecraft. Much better than fucking Lena Raine. Fuck you, Lena Raine. Your music is not Minecraft. It's fine for Celeste and whatever other games that you make, but like Lena Raine music does not hit when it comes to Minecraft. Disaster Piece absolutely hits. Could totally do Minecraft soundtrack and it would be incredible. That's my like 2 cents. Because if I go any further, I'll be here for $1 million.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Do you guys feel anything about this? Have you played this game?
Nah, it was.
Would you play this game?
It was
Not
just
play this game.
sad.
I remember playing this game a bit on console. I think I mentioned this to you
Yes.
before,
I
but like
have
I
no
had
clue
trouble
what
with
this
the
game
dodge.
is.
It's a really beautiful pixel Souls. I can't call it Souls like. It actually feels a bit more like a Zelda or something like that. I don't know. It feels like Souls in the sense of the vibe of the game. You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, it's a tough game and I've got my dodge roll and I've got my big weapons and enemies one-shot me. No. Like, it feels like Souls. Like, you're wandering around this, like, you're chosen by a champion to go fight some shit. And the whole time, you're, like, coughing up blood and basically dying while you're forced to become a champion to fight an ancient being in a fucking, like, obliterated, like, post-apocalyptic, like, world setting.
You are definitely a paladin. Got it.
Yeah, and it's really it again, in that way it feels like Souls, like this sort of like pushing through the hopelessness, like everything around you is just kind of fucked and sad, and like there is good in some places, you know what I mean? Like it really feels like Souls. But it's not like a OMG it's Dark Souls type of game. It's definitely different. It's very top-down hack and slash. It's much more of a hack and slash game. Now there is careful timing. You got like a chain dash. So when you dash, when you unlock the chain dash, if you click dash right at the end of your dash, like if I go, and then right at the end of my, I click again, I go, you go, and you could just keep chaining yourself around. Oh my god. Once you get good at chain dashing, the whole game opens up to way crazier combat. It's very fun. Really good game. They also made some sequels. I did not play Solar Ash. I'm not going to play Solar Ash. Didn't look very good. The new one, Hyper
I
Light Breaker.
played it. I thought it was pretty good.
I'll still give it a try at some point, but Zoe Quinn worked on that game, so I just don't really want to give them money
okay.
because that means Zoe Quinn gets money, and I refuse to let her get paid
Oh
by
shit!
anything
I wish
that
I'd known
do.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
who's Zoe Quinn?
Literally why Gamergate exists. She is literally why Gamergate exists. Like actually.
She's the reason I'll never be able to stop fucking hearing about that bullshit.
Yes, she is.
What is
literally-
Gamergate?
Every time.
Oh, you're so wonderful. I love you, Tom.
Don't look it up. Don't. It's just an abyss.
Look,
It's just an
okay,
abyss
okay.
of
We're gonna step
fucking
into one
internet assholes.
politics. I'm not even gonna edit it out of the clip. Zoe Quinn is why Trump got elected. You know the domino meme of like the guy, like one little totally unrelated thing, collapse of the world. You know what I mean? It's like one of those. Like, girl sleeps with journalists so she can get good reviews on her shitty game. Trump gets elected. You know what I mean? Like it was a really
I
small
don't know
thing.
if I go that far.
That's for another channel and another podcast. But let me tell you, I could go on and on about that one. It's the culture thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a culture.
I'm
thing.
looking it up right now.
I don't think Gamergate was that fucking important, but like, yeah. I
for
don't
the
know.
internet side of it, which is a
guess.
very specific side of it. You know what I mean? As much as we could say Twitter isn't real life, those people affect how companies like do advertising.
Can I not get Britannica to talk about it? Can I get something American?
But yeah, that's a whole aside. We can move on to music. In fact, we can do.
That's a whole lot of
Doms.
things I wish I didn't know.
My man brought in the
Dom, please save
Cyberpunk
us.
album.
I haven't played Cyberpunk. I just like the
What?
album. I think it's really good.
What? What the fuck? Hang the fuck on. Where's my fucking
Yep.
cigarettes? Hang the fuck on. You're gonna stress me the fuck out, brother. What the hell is this? How? All right, you fucking tourist. How have you not played this? This is a mediocre, decent game. All right, you should fucking play it.
So let's get this straight. My PC can't handle it,
That's fair. That's fair.
Fair enough.
Mine just barely
and
can.
I don't get on my console enough to warrant me getting it on console.
Dog, it's literally just Saints Row. It's fine. It's really just Saints Row with Keanu Reeves. Like, honestly.
Honestly, I've never thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like, it's a fine game. I've played it twice. I've never completed it because, like, I just can't be fucking bothered, honestly. Because I usually play up until I have a nice relationship with Pan Am, and then I stop playing. That's like me.
Cyberpunk is such a fascinating shit show. They could have avoided so much fucking controversy if they just set a reasonable release date from the beginning, but they didn't fucking do that.
Yeah, and so I actually got to experience the game after a lot of the bugs got fixed, because I just didn't know anything about Cyberpunk, so I didn't really care about it. Do you know what I mean? My fiance was pretty excited for it, because she's been a fan of CD Projekt Red for a while, of course, because she's played the Witcher games, and she's familiar with the original version of Cyberpunk, which is a TTRPG. So I just, like, had nothing connected to it. And then I watched Edgerunners, which is incredible.
Edgerunners is so great.
So good.
Oh my god.
It might be one of the best things that Trigger's come out with to date. One of. We're not going to say it's better than, like, Gurren Lagann or anything, but it's very good.
Never seen Gurren Lagann.
But whatever.
So amazing. Gurren Lagann is so good. It's literally the best thing that they've made, and it's so much fun. It's just...
Is it a mecha? Hold on, is it a mecha?
Dog, it's the indomitable human spirit. Like, incarnate. It's so good.
Just answer me. Does it have mecha?
Yes.
Won't like it. I won't like it.
But
Guaranteed.
It's so good.
Nope, I don't like mecha animes.
You don't like mecha?
But
Nope.
It's so good. Why?
I just don't like it. It's not a genre I like, ever.
You don't like Big Robot?
No.
This is shocking.
The words I would put out would have to be edited out, so I will refrain.
That's fair.
I
Well, regardless,
don't know how to reply to that.
Gurren Lagann's really good. Trigger and Gainax, sort of same but separate groups of people, make lots of good stuff, except Evangelion. Didn't like it. Not very good. But they didn't make Cyberpunk.
The internet will fucking eat you alive for that.
Oh, I know.
But I agree, Evangelion is fucking overrated.
Yeah.
Even as someone who likes Evangelion, I think Evangelion is massively fucking overrated.
So the music's, like, fine for Cyberpunk, I feel like. There's one song in particular I don't like. Everything else is just fine, or it's the music that I got to experience in Edgerunners, which means it's great. Like the song by Rat Boy. That's a great fucking song. But the one I don't like, that I hear all the fucking time when I'm playing the game, is called Violence by Lay Destroy. You've probably heard it, Sen, where she's talking about, like, dehumanized, da-na-na-na, and it's just like, ugh, I don't know. I can't even pay attention to half the lyrics because it just sounds, like, obnoxious. But it's just this lady droning in the background to this, like, not great beat, and it's just like, they're singing about, like, how fucking edgy everything is, basically, and it's like, okay, I fucking get it. Shut up, dude. Like, I can't hear this. Most of the time, I turn the radio off in Cyberpunk anyways. I just didn't fucking really care for most of the music in it. But Cyberpunk is also a game I don't care that much about. I play it for a little bit, then I get bored for some inexplicable reason that I can't really describe, and then I just stop playing it. I've tried multiple times. I just can't finish it because I'm just like, meh, all right, I'm done. I've done enough. It's fine.
I like murdering things in the game. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just get the fucking gorilla arms and go ham. Punching everyone in the face.
Yeah. It's fine. I feel like the music's just kind of thrown in there. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't... Like, the other two soundtracks we have are, like, built for that. You know what I mean? They're built for the game that they're in, where this feels like they were just trying to find some stuff. Like, there's a song called Pon Pon Shit. I hate it. I hate that song, too. Pon Pon Shit sounds like the most, like, corpo, generic, fucking want to look like we like weebs song I've ever heard in my life. I can't stand it. That song, like, legitimately agitated me.
Mike Pondsmith, you dirty fucking weeb! How dare you!
Yeah, it was not good.
Never show this clip to Mike Pondsmith. I don't want him to actually think I don't like him. Seems like a nice guy.
Who?
Mike Pondsmith.
No, this song's called Pon Pon Shit.
No, yes, I know the song. Mike Pondsmith is the guy that made Cyberpunk, like the original Cyberpunk RPG.
Oh, well, he's fine.
And he's
I don't
a
have anything
fucking
against
weeb.
him.
I don't have anything against him. I don't want anyone to think I genuinely have anything against him.
I just like the album.
I was
It's
just
nice.
making fun of him for being a weeb.
It's like a normal radio station.
Yes, it is. That's why I
So
don't like it,
kind of
probably.
bipolar.
It's like a normal radio station. 50% of the songs are worth the stock shit.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, it's fine. But I was not like the biggest fan because I'm just like not the biggest fan overall. It's obviously like I really want to stay at your house is great. I don't remember what the Rat Boy song is, but I do quite like that one. 'Cause that one fucking jams. Are you ready for tomorrow? Is that what it's called? Yeah, that song's fun. I really like that one.
I like how your fiance instantly knew, and we just kind of heard it in the background. Just this one.
Yep. She knows. She likes that song a lot.
She knows. She knows.
Well, I think we can move on to the next one. Sen, I feel like you cheated a little bit putting this album in.
The Halo one.
Because I almost put it in and thought it was almost too cliche to put in.
Same, but like I couldn't think. But like my other option I was thinking of was the Hi-Fi Rush album, and that's like 4 hours long.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
not happening.
I was spooked when I saw that. Well, I mean,
I really wanted to put in the Hi-Fi Rush album though. Like I love Halo, but like I really wanted to talk about the game's music. Oh well. Anyway, Halo.
Oh.
yeah, exactly. Like, what could you say about Halo? You know what I mean? It's fucking incredible. Halo's like one of my
It is.
favorite games of all time. Like, it's so good.
I genuinely believe this is the best video game OST ever made.
Bum,
Am I
bum, bum,
biased?
bum.
Fuck you.
Bum, bum,
I'm
bum.
objectively right. I don't care if I'm biased.
Yeah,
I don't blame
felt
you for being objectively biased, especially for Halo's soundtrack, because it's fucking banger.
Yeah, it's very good. I really like this. I like all the sounds of it. I like all of it. It's very good. Chanting is good. Drums are good. Just Ambient Wonder was really good. Ambient Wonder is just good ambient sounds. That's it. It's so simple, but it's very good. I also think it's really funny. The last song is called what was it? It's like a rock song. I think it's literally called Rock Anthem for
Rock
Saving the
An-
World.
Rock Anthem for saving the world.
pretty good title, pretty good song. Yeah, overall, I mean it like, and it's funny too because I was playing it, or I was playing the album and went, man, I just want to go play some Halo now. Like it's definitely one of those albums where like it triggers that thing in you. I still need to go play Halo 4. I have not played that one yet. I've only played 1, 2, and 3.
You're not
and
missing
Reach.
out on much. Do not play Halo 4.
Well, I have it because I have
just-
the Master Chief Collection. So,
Yeah, but still,
yeah, I'll play it at some point.
I don't like acknowledging post Bungie Halo exists.
That's fair. That's fair. When a company takes
Just,
over,
it just makes me depressed.
it changes a lot.
Probably
Not
Zoe
played
Quinn's fault somehow.
The new Halo multiplayer, I also haven't played like at all. I don't even remember Halo Infinite. Haven't touched it, but
Halo Infinite was like a last desperate bet to like save the franchise. Like, what's the Red Letter Media quote? How do you feel having lived long enough to see all your favorite franchises burned to the fucking ground?
that's me.
Feels great.
You know what I did like? So this is sort of an aside, but with it too is the Halo, like the remastered album that they did when they did the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, is that good? I always just played that game with the original music anyway, so I don't know how it sounds.
So there's a song in particular that I really like, and this is partly my own bias, but I hopped into a ship because it's when they first give you the ships to fly around in, and I'm flying around and I hear this guitar line come in, and I'm like, man, that sounds like Periphery, like a lot. Lo and behold, here comes the fucking
Periphery.
guitarist of Periphery was featured on that song. He's got like Misha has such a particular sound when it comes to playing his guitar that it's so particular. Like there's nothing else like Periphery and how he plays. It was immediately like I recognized it and it jams. It's so good. Like it fits so well for Halo. I think Periphery could do a Halo album, and it would be incredible. And it's just, again, it's just like Halo's good shit. I love space stuff in general. That's why I'm a sucker for Honkai Star Rail. Very good space thing. Sometimes I even relate Honkai to Halo in like how it feels sometimes, like because the starting song for Honkai Star Rail is this like really orchestral, like slow thing going, and it just gives me like a Halo vibe to it. Not as intense, but like more of like a peaceful Halo almost. I don't know, it's very good. I like orchestral stuff when it comes to space. I think that's a very, very good vibe. And Halo really had that like big grand feeling with a lot of the music too. Especially because like, I don't know, like I just like constantly remember as a kid being like mind blown as I'm running around on the Halo, hearing this great music and looking up and just seeing the Halo. Like you're on it and you could just look up and up and up and then you see the top of it and you like processing it in my head when I was a kid of like something being able to be that big, like these like mega structure concepts always like blow my mind. It's just really fucking cool. Halo's just fucking cool. This is good stuff.
Halo is like my favorite sci-fi franchise ever. Like, I love it so fucking much. I love the world. I love the characters. Oh my god. I need to go play Halo again.
Facts.
You should just go and play through Halo again.
Go play through some Reach. Oh, I love Reach. Reach is so good. Reach is probably my favorite, actually.
Reach was like my first Halo game.
That was
It's so good.
That was also my first, but it's because like a buddy of mine, I think all 3 Halos had come. Reach had already come out when I got into Halo. I started late because I didn't have an Xbox or anything. I literally just played like PS2 and Game Boy all the time. So my buddy was like, all right, we're going to take like a couple days and we're just going to play through all of them. So we played through Reach 1, 2, 3, and ODST all in one go. And it was quite an experience. Jeez. It was a lot of fun.
That's a lot.
Yes, it was a lot, but it was really good. I had a great time because like the whole time he's also like explaining lore to me and like dropping all this cool shit about it. And I was just like learning so much more about it as we were playing, and it was just really fun. It's a good experience. I think everybody should sit down and play Halo. Definitely also like genre defining, and one of the only games where I like playing the multiplayer. Not a big fan of a lot of shooter multiplayer because it's very sweaty, get shot once and die. But like, man, you get in there with a fucking grav hammer, bro. Oh, it's so much fun. Like, there is nothing else like duking it out on Halo with people. Even like the sniper rooms were really fun too, where everybody's got snipers. Oh, it's good shit.
Yeah. I remember when they dropped Halo Infinite. It was my first time playing Halo multiplayer.
Wow.
And honestly, I could see why people like it, but at the same time, kind of eh.
Nah, dude, Reach multiplayer, that's the fun. And that's still going. Like, they're still...
Oh, don't let people hear you say that. People fucking hate Reach's multiplayer.
Which is crazy. That's the one I played the most because you could customize your Spartan and get all, like, the different parts for it and stuff as you were leveling up through the multiplayer, which is what got me more than, like, other Halo multiplayer. And so I just enjoyed it because I played it a whole lot. I got to, I think, like Brigadier something or other before I stopped playing. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Shotgun and a pistol, man. That's all I need in my life. For like any game, any shooter game, I just need a pistol and a shotgun and I'm good. But I think that wraps it up for our albums.
It does.
It does.
I have one, and it will not be on Spotify for my next one.
I had an idea of exactly what to post, and now I've forgotten it. Fuck.
I want to grab one for St. Paddy's Day, but I can't find an album that's dedicated strictly to drinking. Which makes it kind of difficult.
You know what you could put in? Oh my god. What's that Irish band? They were like Irish Beastie Boys. Oh my god.
No clue.
They did the song Jump Around.
You know what? I think
I can give you actual Irish music if you want.
I would say I have a literal Irish person behind me. House of Pain. Isn't that an Irish band?
Have the little Irish person give us an album this week.
Yeah, find us an Irish album.
No, I was just saying.
I know,
They
I have one. You won't like
I'm just saying they should add one to us.
All right. So
Would I post?
the first thing I'm gonna add is an Elder Scrolls album. I will say nothing more, and I will say nothing less.
You're getting
I've been so fucking hard on my Elder Scrolls kick lately. Like, I've been getting back into Elder Scrolls a lot. Like, oh.
You know what? All right, since you're the other Elder Scrolls guy, quite a lot.
I saw you playing the fucking Skyrim one time, Sen. I was lurking in your YouTube.
It was fucking Elder Scrolls Online. Know the difference, you normie!
Brother,
So, Shia Gorath or Saint Jib?
Shia Gorath?
Okay.
Is this it? It's been a long time. I've been in the last like month or so. I've been getting really back into like learning all the Elder Scrolls lore again, and like it goes so much deeper than I ever thought it did as a kid. Like playing Oblivion, like it goes so deep. It's insane.
you know what? Let me grab an album from you, buddy. I like your albums. Yeah, let's grab that. All right, Ronnie, you don't let me down.
I have no idea what to post.
I do.
I know my second.
You get Column R.
You know
McGinnis
what?
and Falling in Reverse. Because I
All
haven't
right.
put one by them
All
yet.
right, Goats, are you still streaming or no?
I currently am, yes.
Okay. I want your live reaction to this.
Oh, we have something else.
Do we?
Yes, because you shared another thing, didn't you? Yes, you did.
Oh yeah, the fucking Vanilla White
Yeah.
Strike.
Okay,
Opera.
All right. Let me just start this by saying I don't know what the fuck I watched, dog. I gotta be honest. It sounded cool and it looked cool, but I
That's
don't
what
know
hap-
what the fuck was going on in that thing.
That's what I was talking about, man. Shit gets weird when you get into the deep lore of Elder Scrolls. It's amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't even get any context because the description was like, yeah, there's too many people talking about things I don't want them to talk about, so I've muted the conversation. And they locked the comments. And I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but...
Yeah, I
alright,
don't know
dude.
why he did that. What the fuck was that? So you just left the flounder as, like, the
I like how the
knight.
comments are turned off. I think that's funny.
Like I said, if you read the description, he's got like a reason for it, but he's Russian, I think, so the English is a little broken. And so I'm reading it like,
Love reading comments, but the comment feed doesn't have an option to filter out any visual upload. Being inspired exclusively by Michael Kirkbride, wrote the song up, and not the game franchise, without repetitive comments. Good. For this section close.
yeah, like, and then he does that other thing that you'll see right there. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty political.
I had not checked the fucking description.
I
Oh,
did
what
just
the
because I was
fuck?
wondering why the comments were turned off, and I was like, what? I needed more context.
Oh, what
and
the fuck?
I don't know. That was weird. That's why I was like, I don't get anything about this, Sen. I don't know what you sent me, but it was strange. Every bit of it. It was cool, though.
I'm just
like, dude
what-
looked like a
what
fucking
part of that?
boss, bro. Bro was like running through, just murdering the shit out of motherfuckers.
I
It
really
was
feel
crazy.
like I really feel like what he put there wasn't needed for this video.
I think so. What I think is that people were inferring real world things in relation to the video. I think that's what was probably happening. And
Oh.
OP probably didn't like that. That's what I can assume. So, because I even went and checked because it had premiered. So I went and watched the live chat, and it was just people talking about how they liked it. And there wasn't very many people in the chat, so even there, I didn't get any context to anything. I just was like, all right, this is just fucking strange.
Okay, well, this took a turn.
Yeah, but it was still neat. I liked it. I just didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. All right, so you want my live react for this thing? Let's see. Oh, hang on, pause that shit. That's loud. Let me see if I can get a. Let's see. Add. Display capture. Display capture. That monitor. We'll put that underneath of the live show. We'll put this away. And then we'll bring this over here. Okay. All right. I'm going to click play and watch this.
What the fuck am I watching?
I love that, like, beating them in the head is part of the beat.
Isn't it good?
Hey, it's that guy from 300. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna be able to do it, is he? Oh! Whoa. We're only halfway through this. What the fuck? It does, yeah. It's kind of gas, though. Oh no! What the fuck?
That was something. Thanks, son.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, this was an animation made for this like podcast or band. I'm not sure what it was, called the Minute Hour. They did music. I have no idea if the music is good or bad, but we're gonna find out, I guess, because I'm gonna try linking some of their stuff.
That.
Oh my god,
right.
They're live on Spotify. Their avatar is just the guy fucking headbutting people.
That felt like it came straight out of Adult Swim.
That looked
I know,
like
right?
it belonged on Adult Swim.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's why I said, what episode of Venture Bros is this?
Exactly, yeah, that's crazy. That was
My name's
whack.
Brock.
I really like that. I like the first comment. This video is proof that the internet we love isn't truly dead. Oh, that was crazy. I really liked that. That was some wacky shit. You know what? I wasn't sure what I was going to throw in for another album, so I'm going to put you guys through some whack shit.
I also sent you the one.
You guys get to...
Fair.
Yeah, you guys get to sit in a doctor's office.
Yippee!
Wait, did I already... Oh, I did already put in my album. I'll save this one for next week. That's fine. I got an album from my lady here. It would be Memory Lane by the High Kings.
It's Irish folk music. You're welcome.
Irish folk music. There we fucking
That's what I'm fucking talking about. I love folk music.
There we go. All right. And then let me go over to the Hoyo thread. Find something in there real quick. Man, I really don't want to listen to Ren. I don't like him that much.
Ren? Which one?
The rapper.
I know, but which album?
It just... Anything by Ren. Freckled Angels being a favorite of mine. Look, all right, I'm just curious. I'm going to look up Spotify and see Robin and just see what pops up because, like, there's just one that's in all caps and says Robin.
I'm gonna be putting in some wild cards because I have not listened to either of these albums.
Oh my god.
So they might be shit,
Oh
or
my
might be good.
fucking god.
I don't know.
I'm going to lose my fucking mind. It's... Oh my god. There's nothing else. I clicked Robin and I saw it and I knew exactly what it was and there literally can be no other thing that they would be talking about. Because it's a singer from Honkai Star Rail. There's an album for her. There's only 5 songs though. It's short. So I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in. Melody Here's your wait, let me find the actual inside. Yeah, there's the album. Copy album link. I like that image. I really like, man, I love old fantasy and sci-fi book art so much.
Same.
It's, man, I love going to old bookstores and just perusing through their old sci-fi and fantasy books because it's like the art just hits, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, man. I wish I could focus enough to read a book.
That's a shame. I have pretty hard ADHD, but I'm also blessed and cursed with autism. So if I find something I like, I lock the fuck in, and then like the world disappears around me as I read a book. Cause there's some pretty good books out there. My favorite still to this day is probably still The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Really incredible stuff. Also one of the rare movies that is actually like pretty faithful to the fucking book, like really pretty faithful and very good. Big fan of the movie. It's got like Mos Def in it of all people too. Good rapper. I really like Mos Def. And the guy that he was in the, what was that show? He was in the Sherlock show, but he wasn't Sherlock. He was Sherlock's homie. He also played the Hobbit in the new Hobbit movies. That guy. But yeah, he played Arthur in the Hitchhiker's movie and did a pretty good job of being like a really awkward British guy who's just trying to deal with the fact that he got thrown into space and his world got blown up against his will. Hitchhikers is also like some of the best absurdist sci-fi. Really, really wacky stuff in that book. I like it a lot. Wars got started because of a fish that allowed people to perfectly translate any language to any other language. And now that everyone could understand each other, a bunch of wars kicked up in the universe.
Yes, a fish is the reason why the world is at war.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's called the Babel fish too, and it's very good. It's pretty great. Hitchhikers is very silly. Definitely a good book to read. So yeah, we got a lot of albums here. We got I Was There, Music for Wizards Part 1. That's got to be great.
I hope it's great.
Purgatory, The
Like
Minute
I said,
Hour. I'm already excited.
I have not listened to either of these albums before. I have no idea if they're good or bad.
The song
I'm
titles
not even
on The Minute Hour are pretty incredible. The very first song is called The Ballad of Guy Fieri. I'm pretty hype, yeah.
What a name for a fucking... Oh my god.
There's also Insane Man at a Coffee Shop, Landscaping Ad, the Chef with No Sense of Time. This is gonna be strange. I'm already here for it.
The names are wild. And
I've got a Shia Gorath album and Linkin Park's Reanimation. If there's anyone old enough to remember Linkin Park from back in the day.
I unfortunately am.
I mean,
I feel so.
But I like it.
I don't know that album, but I do listen to their older stuff.
I like
more.
Linkin Park. I just don't like the culture surrounding it of like, doomerism stuff. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Fair.
You don't understand me.
Yeah, but like when you're angsty, bro, Linkin Park is some of the hardest shit ever.
true.
It's
I'm
great.
not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Um,
I also like how the album picture is anime
it's
Gundam.
okay to give you a
Fuck you,
context.
Dom.
It's the first Linkin Park album, but they remixed it themselves.
Okay.
Actually,
It's-
is that Gundam? What is that from? Let me get a
It
closer
is
look.
basically a Gundam. In fact, what's really cool about that one is that the album you could open.
Oh
up,
no, it's
um,
basically a Zaku.
if
There's
you-
a difference.
Okay. If you opened up the CD, you could
Fucking
change it to like 3 different album covers that they had options for that you could flip the paper around for, which was pretty cool. And then Dom
That's
coming in
really
with
neat, actually.
Falling in Reverse, which I like. I like Falling in Reverse a lot.
I get to see them in July again this
Ooh.
year.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome.
By the way, when I go to my concerts in July this year, I will be taking videos, and we can add that to this if you would like.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Hell yeah.
I don't know how many songs will be added, or how many videos will be there, because depending on who's playing, there might be a boy there in the pit.
Man, don't break any bones, man.
I'm a big boy.
I have seen so much blood come out of the pit. Oh, it's a good time though. And then Colm R. McGuinness. Okay, that's Irish. Whatever it is, I see Mick and I'm like, all right, Mick Guinness. The man's literally Irish beer. That's my name. My name's Colm R. Irish Beer. So we've got a lot of stuff happening over here. Pretty excited to see it.
Yes,
and then the last
sir.
one is a Hoyoverse album. Good lord, I'm not prepared for that. And I believe with that, we will see everybody next week. Don't forget
Yes,
to check
we
out the
will.
boys, Sen and Dom, YouTube, Twitch, wherever they be. Come on over to
Check
Dead
me out on my
Horse Anarchy.
Newgrounds. I like my art. God damn it.
Ooh, okay. So a little extra in there. And we will see everyone next week. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.